Don't go to art school.
What's up? I'm outside. In a hammock. It's vibes, honestly. Getting the sun, getting the nature. Hello, how are you? Welcome to this video. If you read the title, you already know what the video's about. Great. Okay, so what I wanted to do today, because I recently graduated from the University of Illinois. Woohoo. In the Arboretum right now. Anyways, I wanted to make a video to, for the people, for anyone watching this on YouTube, hello, about what I learned in school, because honestly, I don't know if I needed to go to art school. I don't know if you need to go to art school. Hear me out. I'm like, here are some things that I learned in art school that you can learn from this video instead of paying all this money to some institution. Anyways, okay, so one thing also, I'm just gonna say this video might be rambly. I have some outline. I have an outline. I have some things I want to say. So we're just gonna get into it. Okay, so one thing I learned about or from art school is to listen to yourself, listen to your inner voice, because ultimately, like, then what do you do? Like, are you listening to other people? Like, people are going to tell you their opinion about how they see art, how they see the world, and ultimately you have to make your own decision, because you're going to be the one living with that decision and not those other people. So listen to yourself, to your inner voice. Second thing, have confidence, believe in yourself. It's a hard world. It's a hard world out here. I don't know if it necessarily has to be competitive, but it is a lot of the time, especially for artists, for creative people. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in the things you do and believe in the things you make, then how can you expect anyone else to believe in those things? Honestly. So have confidence in yourself. Because it's like, there's only one you, just be you, just, have compassion. Anyways, wait, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. The third point I wanted to bring are, I just got 10 little bullet points or whatever. Okay, so we said listening to your inner voice, having confidence, believing in yourself. The third thing is being your own boss. No one's, sure, in art school and school in general, people, the professors give you prompts, people tell you to do things, you get assignments, tasks, but, what about you just on your own, after or before, you know what I mean? It's like, you need to be your own manager, you can create your own tasks, you know what I mean? Be your own boss. You don't, it comes from within, be your own boss. The fourth point I wanted to talk about is you can make art from anything. You don't need to buy oil paint to be an artist. You don't need to buy, you can make art. You can make land art with twigs, whatever you can find. Also, it doesn't have to be material. You can make music, things with your voice, sounds as art. I hope the wind is not too, but we'll see. Anyways, okay. So you can make art from anything. Know that, because it's like you don't need all these fancy things. We're gonna get to, it's like I got a lot of thoughts. Okay. Another thing you should consider, maybe, or I don't even know, but okay, just one thing I learned, and one thing I think is important to know. Yeah, that's this video. I'm saying the same thing. It's okay. Refine your style, stay distinct, know yourself. feel like finding your niche, or just like truly just doing you. Like, you don't need to make art or like do things that other people are doing. You know, it's like you can do, like, you do you uniquely. You know, like, be unique. Like, there's only one you on this earth, so like, show us what that's about. You know what I mean? Like, who is that one person? Well, I mean, if you want, you know. Also, it's like everyone is their own person. You know, it's like, listen to your inner voice. If you ain't trying to be seen, if you're trying to be invisible, then that's, you know, live your life. Like, manifest your own destiny. But if you're trying to be an artist, I think one thing that's important is like, because if your style is refined, then it can be more recognizable, and it's like, I feel like it's just better to be recognized or like known, because then it's like, or I don't know, maybe if you're trying to like have a career or like this, or like art making, some creative endeavor be your like the thing that like sustains you and supports you, then this is what I'm saying, you know, specifically. But yeah, stay distinct, because, you know, it's like you can think of like famous artists, you think of them yourself, and they, you know what I mean, it's like they have a certain perspective, a way of like presenting things, of looking at things, of like making things, doing things, yada yada yada. So bam, another point. Whew, I thought I saw something. Have humility, be compassionate, and stay gracious. It's like, it's such a blessing, an honor, and a gift to be able to be on this earth and to be able to like make beautiful things, or make things that create change, or just creating change, not even making, you know what I mean, just like being art is such a blessing. Doing art, amazing, but I don't think that should like be a reason to, or like, check your ego, because you couldn't have done this, I couldn't have done this by myself, you know. Shout out my mom bringing me into this world, shout out my brother, shout out my fam, like my spiritual family, you know who you are. So I don't know what I was gonna say, but humility and compassion, y'all. Like, I just feel like being a good person will get you places. Not that that should be the reason to be a good person, but it's like the saying, some like attracting more flies with like honey, or like, I don't even know. I don't know. Just like being sweet, I feel like ain't gonna hurt ya. So just you know, raise the vibration. It's like you can be that. Like, you can be that. So gracious. Just stay gracious. And compassion, like, just not being pretentious. I feel like artsy people can be pretentious and like patronizing sometimes, like thinking, you know, that they know everything, or like they've done everything, or like they're amazing because they've like mastered some genre of something. But it's like, girl, like, student for life, like there's always things to be learning. That's not even on here, but the message coming out, you know, just be a student forever anyways. It's like you don't need school to be a student. So I'm just gonna say that. Okay, and then another point, you know, we talked about humility, compassion, staying gracious. There's always going to be opposition. There's always going to be someone critiquing your work. There's always going to be like a jealous hater that's like mad that they didn't do what you did, or, you know what I mean, thinking that they can't, or like being so distanced. But like, that's on them. It's like they're projecting. Like, that's not about you. That's not like even for you. Like, don't even worry about that, honestly. I hope the wind's okay. You can probably hear the wind. But we'll see. So, oh, there's always gonna be haters. So, it like goes back to confidence and like believing in yourself and listening to your inner voice. Because if you just follow that, then it's like what? Because then you can't be mad because then you're following yourself. Like people gonna hate. You get it. You get the point. Always gonna be critique. You know what I mean? And it's like sometimes those people ain't even trying to see your side, your best interest, and that's okay. It's like you can make it into a learning experience, like a lesson learned, like still, regardless, even if you're like, Anyways, okay. Just okay, and then the next point I have is like just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. It's like I mean, I want to do these things, but I haven't even said. But you could get a bunch of like canvas and like feet, like 4x8 feet of canvas or something, and get some high quality oil paints and go ham, and just like make a big oil painting. But it's like, why? What, you know what I mean? What's that for you? It's like, is that for you? Because it's like, what if you respond better to like sewing and like small things, or you're a digital person? You know what I mean? It's like tailor the things you make for you. Regardless, the things you make should be like you know what I mean? It's like make them for you. I feel like, and it's like you don't have to like do anything. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just because you can doesn't mean you have to or should. I think I'm saying like think about things also, because things have meaning, and it's fun to like just like bam add a lot of meaning into things, I think. Which brings me to the next point I have, which is everything has meaning. I mean, I guess I don't know if you believe that everything has meaning intrinsically, but like you can extrapolate meaning from anything, I feel like, if you really want to. But then I guess if you can do that, doesn't that mean that the thing has value? Or meaning? Not even necessarily value, but meaning. Just like serving a purpose. Even if you don't know what the purpose is, even if the purpose is illicit, not explicit, still has meaning. Okay. And then the final point I have on here is, who do you do this for? Like, why do you make art? Like, who do you do it for? Because if you're just trying to be rich and famous simply for that materiality, because it's like, I'm famous and like gonna become more famous because I just like want I just want to reach more people. Like, I just want my messages to reach more people, and I need my audience to be wider. I don't need, but I would like, just because I'm a lover, I'm trying to show my light. I be saying it. I be saying I want to shine the light. I'm not letting anyone dim it anymore. I'm not letting myself dim it. I'm just saying, don't let yourself get in your own way, bro. Anyways, but so who do you do this for? I make art because it's fun. If it connects me to the flow of the divine, I be saying, but really, because when it's just like an ethereal moment, like creating something, or like being creative, doing a creative activity, just like brings me joy. And I feel like, if I'm joyous, I'm raising the vibration of the earth. So that's why I do it. I'm also trying to be somewhat of an inspiration to people. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna be me. And then hopefully other people see that and they're like, damn, I'm gonna be me too. And then they be them. And that's beautiful. And that's all I'm trying to, but it's also just like art's fun. So that's why I make it. So why do you do it? I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, think about that. I just think about things. And it's like, I'm saying don't go to art school. Not necessarily because, like, I just think about it because it's like I went to art school and I learned a lot, but I feel like it wasn't necessarily the things taught in the classroom, to be honest. It was just a way of, like, getting more time to explore something that I wanted to pursue, which was art making. And I did that, and I explored that. I learned a lot about that. But ultimately, there are resources online, other resources that you can find to better yourself in art that you don't need an institution for. I will say that I don't know, just like, but one good thing, gotta mention a positive about going to art school was the connections that I made with people, with other artists. Like, that's something the wind is going crazy right now, but that's something I'm really excited about, is knowing all these amazing creative people. I don't think I would have met them if I didn't go to art school. And then art school is like this, like, it's kind of like a boot camp type feel, I feel like. So, like, camaraderie with, because I'm like, y'all, we were in the trenches, like, me and my peers, I'm like, we were in it, these people the professor trying to, it's like, you got all these deadlines, you like, do this, do that, write about this, write about that, make this, make that. And it's like great and fun, and it's like, that's why we do it. But it's also just like the pressure is a lot, to be honest. And it's like life is still happening at the same time. I don't know. People think like university is like a bubble, but it ain't. It ain't. I'm just looking over my notes, seeing what else to talk about. Just be inspired. Also, I guess it's not even, it's like you can look at other people who are successful, and you can be jealous or envious, I guess, but you could also just be inspired. Be like, wow, like, they did that. If they can do that, I can do that, because we're all connected, right? You don't need, you can make art from anything, not even necessarily materials. Like, you can make art that's not material. I think I talked about that, so it's okay. Lean into imperfection. I think this just relates to what I'm talking about with compassion, like, to just be compassionate with yourself. So, yeah. Okay, you guys. This has, like, been me just rambling. Probably not gonna edit this video, honestly. I said some things, and it's also just like, that's another message with, like, imperfection. I feel like is something I learned, like, the queer art of failure, look it up. But really, just, and that one man who made the light bulb, it's like, how many times did he fail at making the light bulb to get the one time? It's like, all the things you make aren't going to be amazing and perfect, but it's not even necessarily about that. It's just like, it's learning, I feel like. Because eventually something's going to be grand, you just got to keep at it, persevere, and, like, love, just trust that if you plant a seed, that it will grow. So, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you learned something from this, got something from this, felt something, You did, you didn't. Love you either way. We got Connect out here, y'all. They trying to separate us, keep us against each other. But I'm here for you. I'm here on Earth with you. Let's raise the vibration. Let's reflect. Let's know ourselves. Give yourself that time and space to do that. I be saying the same thing. I be saying that I'm like, thanks for watching. But thanks for watching. Be sure to to subscribe though, y'all. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed already. So much love. Share this video, something, y'all. Like, make this shit hype, cause like I'ma just be having better video. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm an artist. I know I add value to the earth, so I'm trying to add that value. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, if there's nothing, if I not that if I just feel like it's like yelling into a cave. Like, if I don't feel an echo, then like I'm gonna stop yelling or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. So hopefully somebody echoing back. Sound off in the comments. Like this video if you do. You know what I mean? But also just like it. Share the shiznit. And love yourself. Comment, subscribe, like, share. Honestly, notification bell. I know I said some shit about don't turn the notification bell on, but I was lying. So, with the wind, I will say goodbye, friends. Love yourself. I love you. I love me. Something. Okay, take care.